So, funny story. All day today I've been thinking it's Wednesday, while it's Thursday as I record this, meaning that this video I'm recording right now has to go up tomorrow, which kind of threw a wrench into my plans of not doing anything tonight. So, it's 8 o'clock, I'm recording another Pokemon video, which is fine, just very unexpected, and I'm a little bit tired because it's been a long day. It's been a long, month, honestly. Let's take a look at the team. Yeah, okay, everybody is healed up. That's all I needed to know. It's been a long month. I haven't really had much time off between running the channel as is, having actual work, the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories release, the review that came with that, everything piled up together. I've had a very, very busy month, and I do hope that December, maybe January, but mostly December, is going to be a little bit more laid back. I'm expecting some of the work stuff to be a little bit less in December because, my clients, probably, at least part of them, are going to take time off through at least the Christmas days themselves, I assume. So there should be a bit of time to recharge there for the next 3 months until I decide to take a bit of a vacation on my own, potentially, which is not going to happen. We all know it's not going to happen. So if I seem a little bit low energy and tired today, that is because I am. I was very much looking forward to having a weekend and maybe even streaming tomorrow for you guys, day after tomorrow for me, on Saturday. That ain't happening because there might literally be time to do so, but I gotta added a lot of stuff in 4 days at this. Well, 3 days really, because Thursday's mostly over by the time I'm recording this, and I'm not going to be doing any more work. I'm going to be editing. There shouldn't be any editing involved with this. So rendering and stuff like that will happen for this video, and I need to upload some videos for Kingdom Hearts still because I haven't scheduled those for Friday morning and afternoon. So those things I still do need to do tonight, but I'm not going to be doing any editing work for clients tonight. So I'll need to do a lot more over the next 3 days because Thursday evening I get a message, hey, can you do some more work? And I'm like, okay, that wouldn't have been a real big problem had you asked me that on Monday. But you're asking me that on Thursday evening. So yeah, actually that does create a tiny bit of a problem in my planning because now my weekend is gone. Admittedly, I could have finished everything by Friday, maybe Saturday, had I known it on Monday. And I generally tend to plan in such a way that that I either work 6 or 7 days a week, and depending on how much work I have, that could be anywhere from 5 to 9 hours a day. So had I known this, I probably would have also still been working on Saturday for sure, and potentially this is probably going to kill me, isn't it? It's not even, wow, potentially even on Sunday, but for a lot less time is the main thing, because essentially what we're doing right here is if I'd known on Monday, I would have split those, I think it's 2, maybe 3 videos, I don't know off the top of my head, honestly. I would have split that into 7 parts. Right now, I'm splitting that into 3 parts. So, per day, I'm doing twice the amount of work per video, if that makes any sense. That's not how I schedule things. I don't work on the entire week's worth of videos 1/7 at a time. But if I've got 5 videos, I'll probably schedule one on Monday, then none on Tuesday, just to have a little bit of buffering room if I need to do anything else, right? And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then none on Sunday. So I did that, but then if you halfway through the week come in and ask, can you do some more? Of course I'll say yes. It's not a big deal, but it's I'm losing out on some weekend hours. And at the end of the day, if you take a step back and look at the week from Monday to Sunday, the amount of hours worked doesn't change, at least not significantly, right? Because right now what I've done is I've had Monday through Wednesday, I've had a bit of an easier time because I only work like 4 or 5 hours a day on those days. And that probably would have been about an hour more per day had I known the extra work. And I would have had a consistent amount of work every day for 7 days. What's happening now is I'm getting more time off the first 3 days of this week, and then I'm getting less time off in the last 3. That makes 6, not 7. I don't know where I went wrong there. Bottom line is I've been talking about 6 minutes. About 6 minutes. I've been talking for 6 minutes about... Oh, Dark Pulse. That could potentially be interesting if anybody on my team can even learn that. I've been talking about scheduling and planning for long enough. Means there's not going to be any live stream this week, as has been the case for the past 2 or so months. We're going to get back to the community runs starting in December. It's just that easy. We're going to get back to the community runs, and that is actually very interesting because this is the suit that you actually get to put on when you go fight Primarch Groudon. I didn't realize you actually saw it here before that. How do you end up... Because if that's something Team Magma is developing, does Maxi give it to you? I don't know. This place has changed significantly between the original and the remake. I feel like this has a leftovers in it. It does not. So this room is utterly useless, is what you're telling me. Right? Yeah, it is. Great. Amazing. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the community run. So I've skipped about, I think I've skipped 2 because we did Crash Bandicoot and then we did Kingdom Hearts pretty much back to back. And I didn't stream once a week. I did stream the entire game like day after day after day after day until I completed those games because the new releases I needed to rush through them a bit to get the reviews out, and those reviews have both done decently well. Admittedly, most of those views were through advertising. I dropped about $100 on advertising, and I got about $80 of free advertising because apparently the first time you sign up for Google Ads, if you spend $45, you get $80 free in credit. So the ads were worth $180. And they both got about 2,000. I think between the two of them, they got like 4,500 views. And generated me about 23 subscribers. So it's not a very good strategy for like growth, necessarily. It's something that I might do again a little bit in the future. The thing is, right now, I did it... I probably should be saving this talk for the analytics video for this month, which is members exclusive. Middle tier, silver tier and up gets every week you get... Oh, I also need to record that. Every week you get a showdown, 3 showdown battles as random, and every month you get a video of me looking back on the analytics and like the behind the scenes strategies and that kind of stuff. So I probably should be saving it for that, but I'm talking about it now, and it would seem really weird and cheap to not continue talking about it now. So I'm going to continue talking about it now. There will be more in the members video, because the whole purpose for that video is to talk about this kind of thing. So I might do that more in the future. The idea behind it now was experimenting a little bit in a number of different ways. Number 1 is, does it work at all? And the answer is kind of. Number 2 is if I kickstart those videos in the algorithm with doing some YouTube advertising, especially, it's this fight. Be prepared for FPS to just go to absolute shit, because the game, at least on normal 3S hardware, does not like this fight for some reason. It doesn't like a lot of horde battles, but this battle specifically is just, oh, it's Flareon now. That is actually not that big of a deal. We're gonna let Fork die here, but not before we sucker punch one of the Flareon, because surely they're all gonna attack me. Didn't kill it, that's too bad. Wait, what? Oh, that's not good. We're all using Lava Plume on the Flash Fire one. And that... Oh, Lava Plume is not to hit me. Oh my god, they're all using Lava Plume, which means that... Oh, wow. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. This is a genius strategy though. I'll give you that. They're all using Lava Plume, which hits me and strengthens their special attack. And since there's gonna be 5 times that this happens, they're all going to be a max special attack within no time flat. So I need to outspeed. I think this will outspeed. I was going to go into Warmadon, but I cannot afford to go into a slow Pokemon. At all. So yeah, the idea was, let's see if throwing some money at advertisements will kickstart the videos in the YouTube algorithm, which will then do better in search rankings because of the reviews. And so far it seems to not really be the case, but you know, you never know. Is all I'm saying. You never know. They still could gain some traction, but it does not seem like it does that in any significant way. So my next idea is to, once I've done a couple of retrospectives again, and I'm working on them, I've finished the Donald Duck retrospective, which will go up on December 6th, I think. The first Sunday. That's going to be the upload schedule for those edited videos. It's going to be one a month. It's going to be the first Sunday of every month. So I think that's the 6th. For December, which will be Donald Duck going Quackers or Quack Attack, depending on your region. And then in January, it'll be either a top 20 or it will be Rayman Rush. I am working on a Rayman Rush video right now. If I can finish that in time and also finish the top 20, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but also finish the top 20 video in time, I will upload the top 20 first, just to have a bit of variety, because both of those videos, even though Rayman Rush isn't really a platformer game by heart, it still kind of is a platformer game, and I'd like to not have 2 videos about platformers back to back like that. So having that top 20 in between, I got a real good idea in one of my comments. So if you keep up with the comments and you're active in the community, you probably have a decent idea as to what it is. And if you're the person that did the commenting, you might not be watching this because nobody fucking watches this. But you might know what it is. So, but I don't know if I think I will be able to do that because I am about halfway through the editing of Rayman Rush, and then I need to go over to do the finishing touches and add in fun little animations and that kind of stuff. And right now it's, it's the day before this goes up, so it's November the 26th. Meaning that I have an entire 2 months, well, more like an entire month still, to finish that Rayman video, write a script for a top 20 video, which doesn't require me to do a lot of research, because it's not like a top 20 video games or anything where I have to play 20 video games. It's a fairly easy to produce, but I also think a fairly clickable kind of video. What are we going to go into now? I guess we go into Hair Dye and Use Psychic. So that'll go up on the first Sunday of January, and then in February we'll probably have the Rayman Rush video. And then after that, that's the first Sunday of March. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do Dungeon Dice Monsters, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-off game. Or I might do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. I want to do those back-to-back, because those are kind of, they go together very well, right? So the only thing I'm debating is whether I should do Yu-Gi-Oh! First and then go into the spin-off of Dungeon Dice Monsters. Or I should do Dungeon Dice Monsters just purely... Oh, that's a bad idea on my part. Just purely for the joke of not mentioning Yu-Gi-Oh! At all throughout the entirety of the script, and then ending it with... And apparently there's also a card game that's a lot like this. Maybe we can look at that next month. Something like that, right? I'm leaning towards doing Dungeon Dice Monsters first, just for that joke, honestly. But once I've done a couple of those, so around the summer of 2021 would be the idea, is maybe I can like advertisement boost a retrospective, because I'll have a ongoing show that way. I won't have as many spam uploads anymore. We'll not be doing daily uploads anymore at that point. And I think if I can get people to at least recognize like the thumbnails, because they're fairly recognizable thumbnails, because I now have had an artist do art I can use in those thumbnails. So that is always going to be a unique element in those thumbnails. So they're going to be more recognizable as a result. So if I can get people to be interested in that as a show and like recognize it as a brand, right? I think that might have a better long-term effect than just doing it for a review, because reviews do well if you do well in the algorithm and search results, and we're going to get absolutely destroyed here. Except we're going to outspeed here, probably. So let's poison jab. I figured we would outspeed. So like signal boosting a review in the hope that long term it gets more views doesn't make a lot of sense, because nobody's going to care about the review anymore like a month, even a couple of weeks, but let's say a month after the game's initially released. So yeah, I will probably do better in search results and the YouTube algorithm with those reviews that got extra views due to me throwing some money at them. But nobody's going to be looking for specifically those reviews. So what good does that do me? And the same thing to a certain extent goes for retrospectives, obviously. The big difference is that since they're older games, they're always going to keep the same amount of relevancy, which is less than current games. But there isn't as much of a fall off. So if I make I'm gonna die. So if I make a retrospective, I did not die. And I just realized I probably should have used Surf. So if I make a retrospective now and it gets like 100 views, people that find that thumbnail, that video, well, they find the thumbnail and then the video, like a month from now, 2 months, a year from now, are still going to be roughly as interested in that game and that video. I'm gonna full restore. As people are when it's uploaded. Whereas a review doesn't have that going for it. So I do think that signal boosting those retrospectives is good in two ways, because it helps to familiarize people with like the show and the branding of the show. And I also think that it has a bigger chance of like long-term being picked up by the algorithm and actually like performing well as a video. So that is my that's my YouTube behind the scenes talk. This is probably ended up being more or less, maybe even more in depth, honestly, than what I'm going to end up doing. I need to outspeed you. That's Mega Evolution. That always goes first. That's okay. You didn't turn into a dragon. That is less good. That's significantly less good. I'm gonna die. On the last Pokemon. That sucks real bad. That sucks real bad. Now it needs to go back. Anyway, this has been, again, I like talking about behind the scenes YouTube kind of stuff. And I end up talking about that kind of thing mostly in the Pokemon series, not as much in the Kingdom Hearts videos. Even though I probably shouldn't be talking about them in either, because I've got an entirely separate series for that, which is Behind the Paywall. I guess you can say this as a bit of a teaser, if you like this kind of talk, especially since the Pokemon Let's Plays in the form they exist in now on the channel are probably going to at least take a backseat. I don't want to say disappear. They're going to take a backseat in the near future, because we will replace them with the live streams. to keep the channel upload schedule a little bit cleaner. So if you like this kind of talk, I might talk about it in live streams, but you'll be guaranteed to see me and hear me talk about this kind of stuff at least once a month for about 20 minutes or so. If you become a silver tier member or up, which is silver, gold, or actually insane. And if you're don't do actually insane. That's just there for the memes. I put that there. I'm not gonna lie, if anybody decides to go for the actual insane tier, even if it's just a month, that's gonna make me real happy because that's like 99 bucks, I believe. So that's like $100. Or €100, I'm not sure how that works still. I mostly did that for the memes. I did promise though that at the end of every video there would be a vocal shout out for anybody who did that. And again, if you give me $100 a month, I'll shout you out vocally in every fucking video. I'll do it at the start. It won't be at the end. I'll fucking do it at the start if you want me to. I'm a sellout, I know. Is that a sellout though? Because if somebody's literally giving you $100 a month, that's a lot of money to just be thrown around at somebody. And of course, yeah. So really there's three tiers, right? There's the basic one which gives you the emotes and the membership badge. The emotes are going to be more relevant again as we start streaming as well. You can also use them in the comments of videos on this channel, I believe. You can't use them in other people's comments, sadly. But you can use them in the comments on this channel. So if you all remember, you can use, I think we've got Unprepared, the Teddiursa and Cray Cray from Yu-Gi-Oh! Weirdly enough, which also are on the Discord. We got those as emotes for the members here as well. And then you get on the $5. I don't know why. I don't have anything else to talk about. On the $5 you get access to the weekly showdown videos and the other things I already promoted. And on $10 you get the end screen mentions. So you already knew that probably, and if you didn't, there you go. It is an option. I'm going to start shilling my own shit now. If you want to give me money, you can. There's always that button there. It's been there for a while now. It's totally optional, but there are some benefits. It's not just charity. It is a bit of charity because I'll like you for giving me money, but I'll also like you for commenting on the video and subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Honestly. Fucking liking and commenting on it too. Well, if you probably already subscribed if you're seeing this, because it's like episode 20. Nobody's watching episode 20 as the first. If you are watching this as your first, please do let me know. Because I'd be very interested in that. But fucking liking and commenting on videos helps out for the algorithm so much. It's more than people tend to realize. So, I'd honestly probably, like, if you just straight up ask me, would you prefer, like, 10 people become a tier 1 member? Or 10 people like and comment on every video? I'd probably go for likes and comments. Because it's also more fun. You get, like, if I get 10 different people to interact with on every video I upload, it will be a bit more work, but it'll also be a lot more fun. I'm not saying that this is not fun as it is, but the interaction part of it is like, it's kind of like the main draw, right? Now, if you make the question tier 4 actually insane memberships versus comments, that's not that difficult. That's $1,000 a month. That is, like, everything has its price, okay? Let's see. Let's go into Cup. The question... It is actually an interesting question, because at what point would the comments stop weighing and the likes stop weighing heavier, in my opinion? Because I've got 4 tiers, and certainly for $10, $2, like, I keep on calling subscriptions. They're not subscriptions, they're memberships. That's $20 a month. I think at that point I would value, like, because assuming I do 3 videos a week and a live stream. That is like... That's 30 likes and 30 comments a week on the channel. That is a lot compared to what I get now. And right now I upload daily. So if I did that, would be 70. Well, right now, I'm uploading 3 a day. So that would be 210. But that is unrealistic because I'm not going to keep that up after the Melody of Memories videos stop. And bye-bye Nidoking. But if you go up to Silver tier, it becomes $50 versus those 10 likes and comments on our video, which is a bit more equal. I think I would still, if you give me the choice between getting $50 a month, I'm gonna switch out into Towel. If you give me the choice between getting $50 a month or guaranteed having those 10 likes and comments on every video, I'd probably still go for the 10 likes and videos every video. The real interesting part is, let's turn it around. Would I pay $50 a month to get that if that wasn't like fake interaction, right? I'd also very much appreciate if those people then watched the entire video through. So that's like 10 full views for watch time purposes. Would I pay $50 a month for that? And the answer there is probably not. I don't know. There's a. In both cases, it's a probably not, right? Because I probably... you healed as well. Okay, sure. In both cases, it's a probably not. In the case of... Let me focus here for a moment. In the case of, would I decline $50 a month for those YouTube statistics? I am leaning a hesitant yes. But if you ask me to get those statistics, would you pay $50 a month? I'm a hesitant no, but I am a firmer hesitant no than I was a hesitant yes. Which is a very interesting, like, psychological phenomenon where once you have something, things tend to be valued higher than what you would pay to get it. The classic example, I think, is a mug, right? If you... okay, that will die. I'm sorry. The classic example, I think, is a mug. If I give you a mug and say, how much would you pay for this? Well, no. I literally do not give it to you. I present to you a mug. How much would you pay for this? People would send, for instance, like $3 or $4. If you give them the mug and ask them how much would you want for this if you were to sell it, people tend to go up to like $10. People value things they hold a lot more than things they can potentially get. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm not doing a great job explaining it. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm doing a piss poor job explaining it. But that is, I don't know the name of the effect, but it is a psychological, like, it is a thing where you value things differently depending on whether or not you're receiving or selling the thing. And that is a very interesting idea to me, because I think this example I am putting myself into right now is kind of an equivalent to that, right? Because in both cases, the net effect is you lose $50, but you gain the statistics. I was going to fork. You lose $50 and gain these statistics, but in one case, I am declining and getting $50 more that I am getting in my income right now, and in the other one, I am taking $50 out of my income to generate those numbers. Bottom line, that's not that different. Aside from the fact that obviously you do have one factor there, and that is how high is your income and how much do you value those $50. But even then, the higher your income would be, the lower you would value the getting of those $50 as well. So I don't know. I think this is it's a very interesting idea to think about what something is worth and why something is worth a certain thing in certain situations. I feel like I'm going a little bit too deep, maybe? That is unfortunate. That is real unfortunate. I have a full restore though. So as long as this can knock out a Pyro, which it probably still can, not. It's a very slow Pyro right now. Okay, I need to survive this heat wave. I also forgot about that for a moment. Yeah! No. It was a critical hit. I don't think that it was necessary for it to be a crit, but it was. So here we are. Okay, we can Psychic you. Take out the Pyro. Then next turn. That's a good question. What do we do next? Because do I outspeed the Charizard 1? Because if I do, then what? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into Knife, because Knife is going to be useless against Charizard Y, whatever happens. He's quite weak to both of his typings. There's nothing good that can come out of using a Grass type against a Charizard. Just nothing. Nothing good at all. What we can do is we can use a Revive. We can use that on Roller. Roller will definitely outspeed the Charizard 1. I don't want to say zero doubts, but I have very few doubts about that. Drought doesn't matter because we're not using a Water type anymore. Using Fire Blast. Risky, but sure, it's going to one-shot either way. I mean, it wouldn't have if it hadn't hit, I suppose. And then we go into Roller, and this needs to outspeed. If this does not outspeed, I have nothing on my team that can take out this Charizard. It outspeeds. You need to die. You lived. You fucking lived. How did you survive that? I have another Revive. I can go back into Roller, no issue. You're probably actually... Are you going to heal? What is... Okay, so let's compare speed stats. 158. 152. There is a very small chance of Butterfree not outspeeding. If you go for a healing item, I might as well get a Psychic off before I use a Revive to go back into Roller and Rock Tomb again. If you don't get a healing item off, you just die. There is a very, 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 very small possibility that we will like either at a speed tie or that Charizard speed is between 158 and 152, but that chance is incredibly low. And we win. See, sometimes when I shut up talking about numbers and math and psychology and philosophy, sometimes I can use my brain for Pokemon. It's a very rare occurrence, but when it happens, it's a beautiful thing. And with that being said, we have had again, a fairly lengthy episode today, but that's mostly because I lost. I don't know why you're talking with these ellipses between every 3 words. Wasn't there a theory that that she was a robot for a while? I feel like that was a theory. I might be going insane. Wait. Do these disappear? Why is there a staircase down to the water? Can you surf it? You can't surf it. You can't encounter anything because of the bottom screen, you can tell. There also should be a Master Ball somewhere around here, but honestly, I can't be fucked to go looking for it, so let's not. Again, the only thing a Master Ball is going to be really useful for at the end of the day is catching Genesect, which is a post-game thing, which what I'm going to do. So, why should I give a crap? Next time, we're going to go to Moss Deep City, where I think we do some more Team Magma stuff. We've been doing a lot of Team Magma stuff, but we're doing a little bit more of it. Maybe we'll be able to do the gym first, or as well. Either or works for me. But we do need to do some... Actually, maybe that's isn't that an Emerald exclusive thing? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, but that doesn't mean that it can't be in a remake. I don't know. Next time we'll see in Moss Deep City. Until then, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video. It's been a massive video, but I've said this before, but I think tired may... It's a coin flip. It really is a coin flip. Sometimes you get really disjointed and weird episodes, and sometimes you get these episodes where I just go the fuck off because I don't care about anything, and it ends up being good, and I feel like today was one of those episodes. So please, do not forget to do that like and comment thing, because I've been talking about it for a while now, and maybe share the video with somebody that you know likes Pokemon, because stuff.